And we are live on air. Welcome, everyone. My name is Catie Flores. I am an independent consultant and executive area manager with Arbonne International. This is exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. Although I love technology, I'm definitely not a tech person. What we love about this business is that we earn as we learn. And really quick funny story, it was probably within my first week of marriage. I called my husband literally crying. This was 10 years ago because I didn't know how to turn the TV on. So if anybody can do Arbonne, I can do Arbonne. So just goes to show you don't have to be any tech savvy at all to do something like this or to do this business. So tonight, Shonna and I are going to share with you a little bit about Arbonne, about our company history, our philosophy, our products. We're going to educate you a little bit about network marketing and also share how you can get involved. First of all, I do want to thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to be here. We are all very busy. Shonna and I are both working, full-time working mothers and wives. Obviously, we have little kids, involved lots of stuff. So we appreciate you taking your time to be here, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast. We shared this with many people throughout the world, so you could be in another country watching this, which is really cool and kind of nerve-wracking at the same time, as I mentioned already. So I was actually introduced to Arbonne a little over 3.5 years ago. I am a professional architect. I currently work full-time for a company in New Jersey. I work remotely from Minnesota. And at the time, just a little snapshot of my life, my husband had just started his grad school program, which is a combination of grad school and post-grad for marriage and family therapy. So it was at least 3 to 4 years that he had in school. I was commuting from New Jersey into New York, and for any of those out there that do that, you know it's about 1.5 hours to 2 hours each way, depending on traffic, if you get the bus, the right train, or whatnot. So our older daughter was about 4.5 years old at the time, and I didn't see her during the week, like at all. I would leave in the morning before she was awake. I'd get home, see her about a half hour. It was time to go to bed, kind of repeat the next day, Monday through Friday. So a friend at work had started mentioning Arbonne to me. It was the first time I had heard their products. I was given a sample of the makeup primer, which I don't even know what makeup primer was. It was awesome. My friend spoke very highly about them. So then a few months later, I was invited to a home presentation from another friend who had said she had started a business. So I decided to go just check it out, support my friend. Was not looking to do anything else at the time. I was already kind of maxed out with my time and the freedom that we had. So at this presentation, I got to try probably at least 15 different Arbonne products, from the nutrition, skincare, some of the makeup. I loved everything, I really did. But what really struck me was that Arbonne did offer an income opportunity that Shonna will share about in a little bit. And 2 questions were asked as well. If you keep doing exactly what you're doing, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now, especially financially? And not even financially, but I realized I would have no time with my family if we didn't make a change sometime soon. So fast forward, it was like a month later, I did jump in, started a business, promoted pretty quickly to the first level of management. And then about 6 months after that, actually was able to leave New York City. And at that time, I did feel like I retired because I gained about 2.5 hours back of my life, which was amazing. And then the end of that year, actually, I did promote to the second level of management, and I started working from home part-time. And about 1.5 years ago, I actually started working from home full-time, still as an architect. And Shonna will explain a little bit as well how Arbonne is always a part-time business. So we kind of fit it into our lives, whether it's, you know, an hour a day, hour a week. You kind of do what works with your schedule. You just kind of fit it into the nooks and crannies of your own life. So I'm gonna hand it over to Shonna to explain about our company at this time. Hopefully it switches properly. Can everyone see Shonna?
All right. I am Shonna Schulz, an independent consultant with Arbonne and area manager. I have been with Arbonne for 2.5 years. And when I started my Arbonne business, I recently went back to work as a full-time autistic support teacher after being off for 2 years to raise my twins. And my son, the year that I started Arbonne, just started kindergarten. And at that time, we started to find out that school was not his thing. So not only was I working full time, coming home to babies that were all over me, and then having a son who was crying about school. So my biggest reason why is that it has provided my family with choices. I can imagine doing going on extravagant vacations, having amazing memories with my family. So I am just so grateful that I have been able to successfully have a home-based business while working full-time as a full-time autistic support teacher. So some people start this business wanting to earn an extra $500, while others start this business wanting to earn a full-time paycheck. So you get to choose your level. We usually start this business by saying, do you want to walk, do you want to jog, or do you want to run? So it is your choice and your opportunity to provide your own, to start your own business plan. So you also have the opportunity to drive a free Mercedes to improve your health and to help other people change their lives. So you can be your own boss. You can also create your own schedule. We all have heard that when you truly love what you are doing, you will never work another day in your life. And I truly love sharing this opportunity and the products. So there are 4 levels of management in Arbonne. The first level, there you go. The first level is the district manager. So you can make an extra few $100s here, but you can also make the highest amount can be over $1,600. The second level is area manager. At this level, your business becomes willable to your family within 3 generations. And what that means is that if you would pass away, your family will still receive a paycheck from your business for generations. And also you can earn an average of up to $5,000, $2,000 at area manager. Regional vice president is where you can earn up to $5,000 or more. The highest is $11,000. And you are also given up to $800 to drive a free white Mercedes, white being pure and Mercedes because it's the safest. So the last level is the national vice president. You can earn an average of $21,500 a month. And at this level, you also are given unlimited opportunities and potentials, and there is no glass ceiling. So this means just the more products that you hand out and the more people you talk to, the more money that you will be paid. So Arbonne is a 36-year-old company. It was started by an incredible visionary, Peter Mork, who was a Norwegian businessman who had the potential for visioning that people are going to want pure, safe, and beneficial products. So for 36 years, we have been gluten-free, we have been soy-free, dairy-free, vegan approved. We also are formulated without any toxins or harmful chemicals. We do not contain any animal byproducts, mineral oil, or any fillers. So this means that our products are extremely concentrated and you will see results almost instantly. We also follow the European guidelines. The European guidelines are extremely strict. Over in Europe, they have banned over 1,300 chemicals that are put into products, whereas in the United States, they have only banned 10 chemicals that are put into the products. So also our products have been dermatologist and pediatrician tested. And our products are also scientifically proven, have scientifically proven clinical results.
Thank you, Shonna. So that's a little bit about just the history of Arbonne and why just our products are really so great and amazing. And literally the first time I even washed my face with the product, I felt like I washed my face for the first time, really. Because they are pH correct, which is another thing that most products in the market are not. They don't actually cleanse your skin properly. So that was just a huge difference for me that I felt immediately. So you might be wondering, if Arbonne is so great, it's 36 years old, same age as me, why have you never heard of it? And honestly, I was very upset when I found out Arbonne was so old and I had just heard of them because they were at the time, I guess, 32 years old or so at the time. I'm 33. So Arbonne is a network marketing company, and I have a great slide to just explain what network marketing is. And if you'll bear with me, I'm gonna try the lovely screen share again. Ooh, that worked out weird. Hold on. Okay. So what is network marketing? So if you think about when you actually go to a store and buy a product, there is a whole process that the product goes through before it gets on the shelf. It starts with the manufacturer, goes through a whole series of middlemen: wholesaler, warehouser, sales force, advertising is a big chunk of money, and retailers, until it actually gets to consumer. So you're not really paying much for the actual product. You're paying for the entire process that it goes through. Each person takes a little bit of the pie as far as the expense in getting that product, to the end consumer. Arbonne is a very, very unique product, and it's also a very high quality product. We are able simply to get Arbonne into the hands of more of the general public by eliminating all of the middlemen and using a network marketing company, which also can be known as a direct selling company. So network marketing is considered the business model of the 21st century. I'm sure everyone watching this has bought something online at some point. We can buy everything from all of our food. You could adopt a dog online. You can do everything online for your purchases. You really never have to leave the house. So network marketing simply, it's an efficient business model where you take out all the middlemen and the products go directly from the manufacturer to the consumer. One thing Shonna didn't mention also is that Arbonne is actually manufactured right in the United States, which is amazing. And we're going to talk a little bit later about the global opportunity. In my household, I come from really an entrepreneur background. My father has owned his own business for as long as I can remember. So when I was approached about Arbonne and the income levels, I understood that it was just a different type of business model that anybody can do. And what I do love about it is that we're all on an equal playing ground, meaning you can come to Arbonne with a PhD, or honestly, I don't think you even need a GED. So no matter education, where you live, what your background is, we're all given the opportunity to really create our own income. They do say that if you're going to join a network marketing company of any sort, there are 4 key factors to look for. And if a company has one of the 4 key factors, it actually is a viable business opportunity. I was very excited to hear that Arbonne had all 4. Being an architect, not into sales, not into products, I was into health and wellness, which is really what attracted me to Arbonne as well. That was huge for me. So the first one, as far as the key factors, would be marketplace demand. Who can you sell your product to? We have a phenomenal baby line all the way up to an anti-aging line, and everyone in between, men, women, children. It's wonderful. We have a phenomenal nutrition line. We have an awesome cosmetic line. So pretty much if you were to go through your house and take all of your shampoo, your lotion, your conditioner, your baby stuff, your vitamins, put into one big basket, all of that can be replaced with a pure, safe, and beneficial Arbonne product. That was huge for me because I didn't want to kind of be pigeonholed into selling one type of product to one type of person. So like Shonna mentioned, we love sharing these products because they work and they're safe. So we're very excited to do that, which is why we're very passionate about what we do. It's kind of like a mission that we're on, because I didn't know before Arbonne how much junk I was really putting on my body and on my babies. So I'm very happy that we made the switch, and health-wise, we're doing all so much better. I do have an 8-year-old. I have a 9-month-old, and we're actually expecting another little one in November. So we're just very blessed, by everything that's come along through Arbonne. The second key factor is a consumable product, and I'm going to try the screen share once again. Hopefully this works. To give you a little visual. Hold on. It's being really funky. Ignore that. Oh no. Okay. Oh, you like that desktop? Okay. Consumable products. So what that means is that your customer, your client, will use the product either on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and it will go down the drain somehow. So once you have a client, you virtually have a client for life. Everything is consumed or ingested one way or another, goes down the drain, and they'll come back to reorder. Obviously, with cosmetics, it gets used up after a certain amount of time and people will come back and reorder. This is explaining our skincare, nutrition, whatnot, hair care, pretty much everything you do use in your personal household already. Okay, it's getting really funky, that screen. Okay, I'm back on. The third key factor is timing and trends. We all know that health and wellness is really a revolution right now. You can't get away from it. I don't know who's on Facebook, who reads magazines, watches TV. Everything is pushing towards trying to feel and look better, and Arbonne provides people a way to do that. We have a phenomenal nutrition program, which Shonna and I both, still use the products, but have participated in our 28-day challenge, which has phenomenal results. I mean, from people, not having to go on heart medicine. And personally, I had a thyroid issue developed after my current baby that's born. That's been able to be really well controlled with very minimal medicine because of the nutrition and the lifestyle we have adopted. So health and wellness is everywhere. Arbonne, as Shonna mentioned, is not a household name yet, but it will be. The products are that good, and word's going to get out there how great Arbonne is. The fourth key factor is the ability to leverage your time, which is huge. Coming from a corporate background and being in a profession such as architecture, I have to put in my 40 hours a week to make my six-figure income. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. If I decide one day to tell my boss, I want to work 10 hours and still get paid the same amount, he would probably say, you can go work somewhere else. With Arbonne, you have the opportunity to leverage your time in a few different ways. We are big on product samples and giving them out to people so they can try them in the comforts of their own home, whether it's nutrition or skincare. So those products kind of working for you as you're going about, your regular life. The other one is team building. Shonna, it's interesting. I actually met Shonna obviously 2.5 years ago. I did not know her before Arbonne. She is one of the strongest leaders on my team now in my organization. And I met her through a friend's cousin's cousin's friend's friend. So because of leveraging your time, obviously I get paid on, let's say I decide one week I want to get, put in 10 hours into my Arbonne business. But Shonna and some other teammates decide, maybe former teammates decide they want to put 10 hours in. I get paid on the 50 hours we all put in versus just my own 10 hours, which is why the income opportunity and the potential is really amazing. And there is no glass ceiling. We know people who actually do make up to 6 figures a month with Arbonne. And there's not a doubt in my mind that someday Shonna and I will also be one of those people. We have a system for success that all you need to follow to be successful. We didn't make it up. We didn't reinvent the wheel. We just simply follow the system that's already in place. I'm going to turn it over to Shonna to talk about a bit more about Arbonne.
Alrighty, so Arbonne has only 1% awareness in the United States, and we just were in the early stages of global expansion. So right now, we are currently in the United States, UK, Poland, Canada, Australia, and we are moving to Taiwan this year. So we are ground level, and we have so much room to grow. So that's where a lot of people, where Catie was saying about, we will be a household name, and we are a 36-year-old company. So we are not going anywhere. It's not just like we've been around for 10 years. We've been around for 36 years, and we have been before the times with the gluten-free, the vegan approved, Pantene just came out with sulfate-free, a few years ago. We have been sulfate-free for 36 years. So that is the exciting part. And also, I just kind of wanted to end you with, there are a few ways that you can get involved with Arbonne. So you can go back to whoever invited you to this presentation. So one way is you can obviously host a presentation and earn all the amazing host rewards. You can give some referrals. You can just buy products and you can be a client or a preferred client, or you can also join the business and enjoy all these amazing opportunities. So I'm going to leave you with the questions that Catie started you with. And I also want to thank you so much for taking your time, because I know a lot of people just want to go to sleep right now. But again, if you were to be doing what you are doing right now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Also, if something would happen to the main source of income, do you have a plan B? So thank you.
Thank you, Shonna. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. And just to wrap it up, a few things I wanted to mention is that a lot of times in life we can feel kind of stuck in a rut, kind of the daily routine of things, and a few different things can happen. Some kind of statistics came out recently about, I think it was like 85% of Americans go to a job every day that they don't like. And one thing I love about Arbonne is that it does provide opportunities. And what I love about those 85 people who go to work every day, they're clearly good, responsible people. Either they have a household they're providing for or whatnot, but they're stuck. And the only way to do that is, a lot of times you're not going to necessarily hit the lottery. For my husband and I, we do consider Arbonne was hitting the lottery for us. Yes, it was extra work we have to put in, but it, like Shonna said, has provided us with so many more opportunities. And another thing that kind of struck me recently that I was sharing with Shonna before is that our future is a clean slate. No matter what you've done financially in the past, work-wise in the past, school-wise in the past, relationships, that's all in the past, and we need to put it behind us and look forward and look to your future. Your future is not yet written. Anyway, financially, work-wise, career-wise, goal-wise, family-wise, it's not written. My husband and I are very excited. We always wanted a big family, and there's a 7-year gap between our first and second. Now there's going to be a 17-month gap between our second and third. So someone mentioned that, you know, this big family you wanted, it's finally happening, and we're very excited, you know, about our future, and because of Arbonne, the time freedom that we'll have. Another thing that I wanted to mention is the time freedom aspect. Most of you watching this probably have older parents, aunts, uncles that you love and care for. And I've heard so many times how Arbonne has given people the opportunity to be with loved ones in their last days, and not to be morbid or anything, but I look forward to the time where I don't have to report to a boss and say, I can't, you know, go be with my mother or father, or even with my children when if they're sick and I have to, you know, call my boss to take off of work, I don't get paid. What's great about owning your own business is really you do own your own life. And we're very blessed by that and the opportunities it provided us. Another thing, people often say, well, I don't have any time. And that's exactly the reason why you'd want to do something like Arbonne, is so you do have time, not only to give you financial freedom, but give you time to do things you really do enjoy. And really quick, Arbonne is work. You know, we're not saying that you're all of a sudden going to become a millionaire. Shonna and I do both continue and continually work our business, which is awesome. And I mentioned there's already a system in place for success that we simply follow. We didn't have to make anything up. We were coachable from day one, knowing what our goals were and what we needed to do to get there. And just really quick, another thing that people mention with hesitations is, oh, I don't know anyone. And do you have to talk to people? Yes. There are very successful people in Arbonne who are not extroverted. They don't have extra, you know, they weren't born maybe with all these great skills. Everything you need to be successful in Arbonne is actually a learned skill. It's nothing that you're born with naturally at all. Everything can be learned, which is amazing, because there's plenty of stuff I'm not good at, but guess what? I can practice and get better and only continue to improve on myself and teach and train other people to do the same. So I just thought that was, you know, kind of a noteworthy thing to take care of. And then I already mentioned about thinking you don't know people. It's not about who you know, it's about who you'll meet. And I already mentioned how blessed I am to have Shonna on my team and plenty of other strong leaders as we grow, you know, into regions and nations these next couple of years. So I do want to thank you again for joining this call. We're going to cut it off now. It's 25 minutes, so I know East Coast, West Coast, you all want to kind of wind down, get to bed, have dinner or whatnot. I want to leave you with one closing slide really quickly, if I can do my screen share. I'm very excited I got the screen share thing down, besides being all wacky, is dream big. You are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. As Shonna already mentioned, if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? And a lot of times people question, what if this doesn't work? But we highly encourage you to ask yourself, what if it does? What will your future be like if you say yes to Arbonne and you are successful? I encourage you to just ponder that question, and if you will be so kind and reach back out to, whether it's me, Shonna, whoever invited you to this call, just give them some feedback where you're at. Kind of scale of 1 to 10, 1 being thank you for the information. I'm glad I called in, learned a little bit about Arbonne, about products, about ingredients. 10 being I'm ready to jump in, sign me up, I want to change my future. If you can just kind of give them a scale, that would be awesome. Thanks everyone, have a good night. God bless.